PA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things. Five. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Henry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Off the play fake, Levis. This one downfield to Burks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Now Levis. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Ninth play now, this long opening drive. Can they cash it in on 3rd and goal?
Back to throw, it's Levis.
And he's got it. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. The big back, Derrick Henry, held out of the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Let's go now.
First down, and they'll start with Algier.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Ready.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Ritter backed up in his end zone.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Ready.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Ready.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Checks this one down to Robinson.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Play action now. Levis.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Chigakonkwo.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point safely through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Here's a give to Spears.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
First and 10. Here's Levis.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 20, here's a second down and 4. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Levis on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football.
Levis back to throw.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Levis sets up to throw here.
And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
Henry.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And this one is right through.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Ready, break.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and short, Ritter. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The Falcons are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
43 rail. Red, cycle. Ready.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Ready.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Cut.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back could get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure he got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
On the set.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Got it.
2nd and 10.
Hut, hut.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Set, hut.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ritter now.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up sitting back in the offensive backfield a little bit longer to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you're overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. In motion right, that's Burks. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Third and 4. Here's Levis.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop it. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And taken right at the 35.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Here we go. Set.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7.
Ready.
Here's Ritter.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Here we go. Ready.
Bootlegging out here. Ritter.
Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 7.
Hut, hut.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Let's go
They'll
now.
need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Set.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, caught by London. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Wk4 gets set for the Atlanta field goal.
This just 32 yards officially from the right hash.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season and looking next on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Levis looking to throw.
Complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Levis. He's got Derrick Henry again. Back-to-back catches.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Levis to throw it.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll throw it again with Levis. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now a 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run. No timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Here we go.
Now 2nd and 3.
Set.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Hut.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
This time, Ritter choosing to throw it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Going play action. Ritter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Ritter back to throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Knocks this one through the post.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
Ready.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Algier going straight ahead.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Ready.
Algier again. But he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
They begin with Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Off the play fake, Levis. That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Hand off to Spears.
And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun again to Spears.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Mike Williams.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Titans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Second down and 3. Ritter to throw it.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him, because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Levis.
That is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Levis back to throw.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Levis sets up to throw here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
Ready.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Ready.
This 2nd and 4.
Hut.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards there. A Falcon 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready.
1st down. Here's Ritter. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone.
Here we go.
But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
10 cycles.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Down.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Robinson, toss play left side.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And the busy night for Henry continues.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here's Levis.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy swinging it. He's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Levis from the gun.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. On now is the Titans punter, standing just outside his own goal line. Taking it about the 36. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ritter. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Ritter throwing on third down.
And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a run by Spears.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
At the 47-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4. Levis, he'll look to throw it.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
What a time to come up with a play like that. They're now in field goal range. But the opportunity is also there to try and win the game outright.
Here's 1st down.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 12-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Levis to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think that pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Ritter looks to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. It's Lambert. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Hey, green.
Here's Ritter.
And he's got his man on the out route. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
Ritter.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here we go. Cut.
Now Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulous as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On first down, it's Flowers.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. Ritter will set up to throw it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Set, go.
Handing it off, right side, Algier. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set,
2nd and 10.
ready.
Ritter now. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4th down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Ready.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Hustle, hustle. Cut.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Set.
Again, it's Robinson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Falcons, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home